모닝 파워! 모닝 터보!
We had two wonky games to start off the evening, Rapid, and I'm hoping we see a little bit longer of two best of ones we've got left in the night here in the PvP and the TVT, because those first two games were definitely a little bit... The ZVZ was really cool. The ZVT was... There was no options for those drops, man. That was pretty...
I don't know. I was gonna make like a drop it like it was hot, but that the landing zone was definitely about the hottest place you could ever drop anything. Everything died, so Hero got taken out, and that's gonna send us in to our next match. Our SSL Classic Punching Bag Light coming up next. You can see even a big smile on his face. Not sure what they're talking about, but probably about how wrecked he is about to be. Now, of course, I do hope that Light can turn his SSL Classic season around, but he'll be having to do it against his Terran opponent tonight, sSak.
He really wants to make playoffs. In order to do so, he's basically going to have to win every match from here on out. Yep. It's unfortunate he was forced to drop his last one due to his own personal reasons. He had an injury, was his official reason, but he's 0-3 now, and he may find himself 0-4 as sSak is pretty good at TVT. This is the match we thought we were having last week, but we are having it this week, so not only dropping the 1-game-2 effort, taking really strong wins over Free and Hero, so wants to pick up his third win. That wins in all three matchups, the TVP, TVZ, and TVT. And he's the big favorite going to this one. As mentioned before, he's had several big televised matches in the TVT matchup with a lot on the line, including a Star League Finals. So look for this one to be a longer one for sure, but Light just does not seem to be in form right now, perhaps related to his injury. And he had unfortunate circumstances like getting cheesed by rain in that first match.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into our third game of the night, Light versus sSak in a TVT. So let's get in and out onto Neo Jade. That's our map. Our brown Terran. On the bottom left-hand side of the screen is... Oh wow, I guess they're just not going to show us.
It's sSak.
Yeah, well, it's sSak, but sometimes they'll like zoom in on the player's face. But either way, the other base in the other place in the green, or teal as the case may be, is Light.
You dare call him green 100%.
That's right. This is not a Brood War tile set. This is the Twilight tile set from the release StarCraft. So dark green doesn't even exist anymore.
My very first game online, when I wasn't playing with my friends, because I put a lot of games with my friends, it was like a 2v2v2v2 on fastest, and like people didn't ally properly in the game, and I remember I spawned as teal, and I didn't really know much about colors and stuff in the game. I was really new to it. I just remember everyone being like, "Oh my God, kill teal, he's noob," and it was so true, man. I was the noob,
Yikes.
but I just remember being like, "Teal? Is that teal? People call this teal?"
No, man, this is definitely a seafoam. That's what I'm going for. I can still remember my Crayola box, and they had like 3 colors for the same color, and each one had a different name. Unfortunately, I don't think they actually ever tell you what these colors are in the manual.
No, so I don't think so, but I think it's accepted this is teal. Although it does look like the sea green Crayola for sure.
Well, some people accept that climate change doesn't exist, Wolf, so, you know, we can't always just accept that things coming our way. So.
All right. I'll let you call it green if you want, but there is an official green color in the game as well that looks much more green than this one. And look, This is coming from the guy. I'm terrible at colors. Just ask Valdez, but pretty sure that one's teal. That's my official final answer.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what is actually happening here in our game of StarCraft Brood War. We're going to see an SCV out on the map to scout or possibly to construct some shenanigans. out there on the map. It's a little bit of a late, it'd be a little bit late for anything like an 8 racks, but sometimes you can see like things like factories built in the middle of the map. And indeed, here we go.
Speaking of which,
as if I had just said it, but it's going to be missed, so SSak won't even see this coming.
Yeah, he's just checking the spawning location right now, but not actually checking for proxies, so completely misses this, sadly. Will it be the 2-fact proxy? That would be crazy. I don't think that's actually going to be the case, but it's not really a thing. But the SCV goes to the top left, is now going to go around to the right side and scout. But this base, or rather this factory, is much faster as well. It was a much faster gas from Light. So he's trying to cheese this one out, as he knows SSak's mid to late game TVT is really strong. So see, this Marine is possibly going to help suss this out. Good positioning here for the Marine of Light.
Nothing quite susses like good old Marines. Now, this is the confusing thing. Watch which Marine wins this. It's going to be SSak's. And one of the things, so if you're just standing still.
Oh, he's going to double fact here, by the way. Wow, he's actually going to do it. He's going to commit all the way.
Okay, yeah, this is way all in. So, you know, Bio's really bad. Marines, especially when they go up against Vultures, which are kind of the king of the mid game. And this is going to be.
He's going to force his way through this, by the way.
And he's going to see absolutely nothing there. Oh, it's walled off at the bottom. Sick. Oh, can he glitch through there? Actually, no, he won't be able to. Yeah, there's no way to do that. So, no scout inside the main, and at this point, SSak has to be a little worried.
Yeah, he's going to send this barracks across, which is obviously very good for him to, you know, be able to fly this with short air distance. It's already being worked on by this Marine.
You can stop the Marine, you can stop the SCV. Can't really stop that. Now 2v1, and this is almost game over.
This is like, you know, when you see Reapers in TVT and StarCraft 2, the first two, obviously, when they come out hidden, just totally crush the fight, and then things start to snowball very quickly. It's going to be a 2v1 fight here again. Oh, Miss Micros the Vulture. It doesn't have the repair.
Oh, no, it might actually just die here. Oh, if that Vulture dies, and it does! Oh my god!
And now it's going to be a 4v1 for the Vultures in just a moment when the next two come out.
Yeah, you guys might have
this is basically game over.
Yeah, you guys might have heard like Gangsta Paradise. This is a Vulture Paradise. No Vultures, no Marines, no factories.
Well, that was going to be the last moment here in the game as Light cheeses his way to his first win here. SSL Classic. GG.
GG indeed. Light is on his way up in the standings. A 2-factory, hyper all in. And as soon as that one lonely Vulture that couldn't came out there and saw 2 more coming his way, it's what we like to call basic math, Wolf.
Well, if he had microed it a little bit better, it got kind of buggy against the factory there, and so extra shots hit it while it wasn't firing. The SCV repair was late. Then the SCVs came in on the wrong side. They came in on the right side. The Vulture finally escaped to the left side, so he couldn't get the repair off. If he repairs there and survives for a 2v2, it's still hard. It's still basically a tough challenge. You kind of have to have that walled off. Really nasty situation regardless, as we've become Korean commentators for just a moment. But yeah, the all-in, if scouted, is a lot easier to hold. You can wall off, you can get a second factory. There's a lot more things you can do. If you don't see it like that and you lose your first Vulture, 4v1 with the next wave, or 3v1 as the fourth one is a little bit delayed, but still, you can't win that fight. It's impossible with good micro on the Vultures, which at this level in pro Terran play, you're always going to have.
Yeah, so a little bit unlucky on the Vulture positioning there, but I think the big takeaway here is that Light has won his first game of SSL, and it doesn't count. It doesn't matter how you do it. A win is, as they say, Wolf, a win. So really cool to see Cheese actually work, see it fail a lot, but it is still a viable strategy in Brood War, and it's really cool to see it work out so well. So Light taking his first victory, and that is going to send us into a commercial break, and our final game of the night is going to be a PvP as our Protoss God and former #1 player in SSL, Rain, takes on Free in our final game of the night.
Yeah, Protoss vs. Protoss, really exciting matchup to watch, but as the early stages of StarCraft 2, there's a lot of different counters that can come into the matchup, so it can get really crazy. I'm hoping for a longer one since basically our first 3 have not been living up to that hype. Our, I guess you could say our TVZ was decently longer, but I mean, it was still kind of a wonky game, so I'm hoping we get to see some sick, high-level, you know, I want to see third bases, okay, in this PvP. I want to see a third Nexus on the map. Pretty rare, but I'm hoping for it. as it was otherwise been a very quick night. What is it? 8 p.m. We've been here for an hour casting.
Wow.
We got 3 games down already.
This may almost be faster than our first night of SSL, which had like a 3-minute game. So, all right. Well,
we'll have to see.
We're apparently discussing this cheese a little bit more than our other games, but that is going to send us into our commercial break. So don't go anywhere. 2-minute break, and then we'll be coming back with our last game of the night. Tonight's SSL. Get out there, tell your friends. Upvote Wolf's Reddit post, and come back for our final PvP.
That's right. See you guys in just a few. We'll be right back.
Perfect.